All right. What is going on? Beautiful, handsome, all that amazing stuff. I am Goddess, High Priestess, Empress Alba La Bandera. Welcome, returning and new subscribers. What up? Was popping. So, internal force, we got this Berkana room coming through in that pre-shuffle, which has to do with feminine energy. All right, so the internal force of receptivity is at play, my loves, right now for you all. This is a collective energy update, not by signs. I will be doing personals, but just stay tuned. Keep yourself up to date with what I am doing and when via the community board, my loves, okay? So, yo, something about clearing of the vision, because as soon as I got into the live, my eyes just started wilding right now. Okay, my love, so now is the time, this room, Berkana, speaks of, now is the time to put the knowledge and wisdom you have learned into practice. You got this here, Rado rune at the bottom of my personal rune deck, which has to do with the journey number 1620. All right. This is a number 9, BR. I'm getting Baton Rouge from that strongly, BR. But some of you could be from there, or that space could be of significance to you. All praise is due to the Most High. You already know the vibe. But yes, what we got going on here. I need to make sure this here thing vibe out. And cleanse thyself upon entering this here realm of higher consciousness, the higher self, by hitting that thumbs up Mars energy button, where you tap into all that you are to receive the messages that are for you, and that which is not, also allowing you to dismiss what isn't and dismiss yourself from any messages that are not for you, and just don't sit there to listen to it, because words create reality. So I want to see what is going on. So I've been smelling lasagna for the longest, not the longest, I would say this last 30 minutes. The past 30 minutes, not the last, because I'm still here. So the past 30 minutes I've been smelling lasagna. I don't know if some of you here have something to do with lasagna. Something in layers, something about moving as lasagna, layering up, building the foundation. Master number 22, Taurus energy, second house, Venusian vibes. That message did come out too here with the Nagas in the pre-shuffle. Here, number 14, lovers, erotica, sensuality. Your Venusian placement in your chart will tell you a lot more about your sensuality. And at the bottom of the deck, you had the Talcentians, resilient, bold, and sassy. Some of you need to put that spice back into your life with that feminine energy. Let me see. Let me. I want to go a little bit deeper into this, because what I'm picking up on is something in regards to you're receiving the key factors to have you tap into this feminine energy, but are you responding to it, or are you neglecting it because of a previous version of yourself that, because it is previous, it is no longer you right now? It's still a part of you. Wear it as a badge. Wear it as a cloak of honor. You know what I'm saying? Which is another message in itself, in terms of going through certain situations and overcoming them, and then wearing those past situations as an honor, a badge of honor, you know, and moving on with your life, baby, for real. Let me see. Okay. We vibing, we vibing, we vibing, we vibing, we vibing. All right, let me pull another message here. What goes along with this here? The Bracana for the collective. Growth, 16, judgment. A choice is being made. With it being judgment, though, this is a choice that is being made from source to you, through you. Placing yourself in situations from stepping out of the essence of fear. I'm gonna move it back here for some reason. That tends to... I got the message. Say less, mama. I got you. I hear you, because you got me. But yes. So definitely something here in regards to, as you grow in your consciousness, you're being surrounded by a different level of protectors. A different level of protectors that only come through in this level or this magnitude of this elevation of your consciousness. You got the sun rune, Sowilu, wholeness. BS, yeah, rising above the bullshit. Hold on. And then you got the unknowable rune. This is actually the weird rune. Weird, etymology of weird. The true meaning of the word weird means supernatural. So, unknowable. I want to see something here. You got the Empress under that. Wow. There's an uncovering here of a certain level of one's crown. Yes, Phoenix. From the ashes it rises, from fate. So situations that had to happen, that's fate. Things that you cannot control. You know, this is something similar to someone transitioning and there's nothing you can do about that. That's fate. So rising from the ashes from fate. Empty is the end, empty is the beginning. But I'm also hearing the beginning and end are set. What's in between is up to you. That's also a message of another room as well. We have here the moon, protection, Aljiz at the bottom of here, of the personal deck. Protection, awakening, higher life. Awakening, higher life. Connection with the gods, continuity, and nurturance of life force. And in speaking of internal force, that the title of this reading is definitely the internal force of the feminine energy with this Berkana rune here. Greetings, beloved, welcome. And then we have the letter Z, B, S, and Z, but this is also coming through as a Z. So there's a lightning bolt, there's a strike of lightning, there's a change, a sudden change. 16 that leads to one's growth. Yes, 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 yes. Based off of decision makers, the Empress is on top of the Lovers here. This Gibo rune. The Empress is on top of the rune of the Lovers that is symbolic of the Lovers making a decision or Gemini season. We're about to get into these tarot messages because I feel it. I feel it. I feel it. We about to see what this feeling is though. Oh shit. Wow. Okay. Yes, I said it. I feel it. Alchemy, the Philosopher's Stone. Libra 29 degrees, if you have that in your chart, if you will, Libra 29 degrees. Basically, almost a Scorpio. Libra 29 degrees in your chart represents the Philosopher's Stone degree. And then you have the blue avians. What's wild is on that walk that I was taking earlier, and I just did a live of just walking and seeing who was available, not who was available, who was there if you wanted to chat or whatever. But I mentioned about the birds because the birds were very loud while I was on that walk. So there are messages that are coming through the birds in moments where people are either, at work or in the house, where it's a time of day where people are not normally outside based on your neighborhood and where you come from. There's a moment in time where you notice that there's not that many people outside, where you can hear nature much clearer, much clearer. All right, you got philosophy here twice, so the ninth house Sagittarius energy is very significant here too. So mysticism, releasing karma through one's philosophy. Either you keep it going or you truly test it for what it's worth when it comes to a philosophy. I am smelling food. It smells amazing. My gosh. So, the Philosopher's Stone. Let's read into that a little bit further here, because that's a deep message into itself. It's giving rubies. It's giving the essence of rubies. Okay. I opened up right to the page too. That's definitely the message here. I'm going to have to put that within the title. Internal Forest, Philosopher's Stone. Let me see. Yes, I can do that right now. Let me see if it allows me to. Absolutely. Give me 1 second, because I don't want to not do this. You know what I'm saying? Philosopher's Stone. Alchemy. Okay. There we go. The Philosopher's Stone, or the Great Work, was the term for the ancient esoteric alchemist scientists' prima matera work. So, alchemist, scientist is also symbolic of, or represents, prima matera. And it continues to say the magnus opus literally means masterpiece, and prima matera means formless substance from the universe. So the alchemist scientist utilizing the formless substance from the universe, its internal force of receptivity. So, this is energy and motion, emotions, the moon. The moon is where's the moon at right now? Something about the moon we need to dive deeper into here, collective. Let's look. This message for y'all right now. Let's see where the moon is. I'm going to do what I got to do to deliver the message. You do what you got to do with the messages that resonate with you, and just go off. Be you. You know what I'm saying? Moon is in Leo. Come through. I see why. I see why. 14 degrees. That is a Taurus degree. Ooh, all right. So we got fixed energy as far as where the moon is, the sign that it's in, and the degree that it's in. These are both fixed signs. So there's a level of a stable type of energy as far as your power, your level of love and romance with the significant other here, because Nagas also came out. So there's something here about a shared philosophy or partnership that is going to grow. For some of you, because this is the moon in Leo, and Leo represents love and romance with another person, as well as Venus and Taurus representing that, but this is more so for a love of life, because Taurus speaks more about nature, speaks more about nature and the five senses and the connection between you and nature. Now, with this moon in Leo, waxing crescent, waxing crescent, waxing crescent. As we approach the full moon, so something is building. There's something building here for sure, emotionally. Okay? Something is definitely building up here. Let's continue. Ancient alchemy was shrewded in coded double speak, which involved both physiological chemistry of turning base metals into gold, known as the elixir of life and immortality, possibly monatomic gold, which holds interdimensional qualities. Simultaneously, the alchemists, scientists, mystics practice the esoteric shifting of universal ether essence and energy, which is hidden to non-seers. So for some of you at one point in your life, you were part of this group of the collective that were non-seers, which is where this energy of the universal ether essence is going to be hidden from you. So something is being activated and growing and evolving and becoming filled with light. That's God energy, because you're now becoming that seer. You're being able to see through situations, see the bigger picture, and see the specifics within a bigger picture. Okay. So the Philosopher's Stone alchemy symbol of squaring of squaring the circle is both mathematical and metaphorical. We're speaking of this baby right here. Mathematically squaring the circle only with straight lines and circles is impossible. Let's look at that one more time. Mathematically squaring the circle only with straight lines and circles is impossible, because straight lines, there's no such thing as a straight line. Shout out to Terrence Howard perfectly describing that, because even if you look at a straight line with a magnifying glass or a microscope, if you go into a microscopic view of a straight line, you're going to see wiggles in that line. Doesn't matter how straight you think the line is, the energy is always moving. It cannot be still. Once it's still, I'm not going to say that it cannot be still, that once it is still, no, it can't be, because once something is this is crazy. I just had a whole download. Okay. Because once it's still, that means it transferred into a different dimension. So nothing actually stands still. Ugh. Metaphorically, squaring the circle is about the merging of spirit and matter. The large circle symbolizes the infinite macro universe. So when we look at this, the large circle that symbolizes the infinite macro universe, this is also speaking to the major arcanas within the tarot. That's the macro, and the minor arcanas are the micro to the macro. Okay, so you can see that as the bigger picture, the big picture being the macro, the major arcana, and the specifics of what's going on within the macro is the micro, the minor arcana cards. And then you got the court cards with the kings, queens, knights, and pages as the people involved, or the energy of the situation as it relates to people involved. The triangle balancing within the circle symbolizes the ether, spirit, trinity, or past, present, future, life, death, rebirth, mind, body, mind, soul. The material square inside the triangle symbolizes the 4 elements, 4 directions, and 4 seasons. The smallest circle inside the square symbolizes the micro infinite void that links you back into the macro infinite universe. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull some tarot cards, and I'm going to see, I'm going to allow this blue avian to guide the energy here. Let me move these over. This is going to be at the center right here. This blue avian, I'm going to put him right up here as the crown chakra energy, or that air frequency, the mind, the thoughts, and allow it to assist the collective here with your mysticism and releasing any karma or lessons. Karma is lessons that you may be still holding on to, that's not allowing you to tap into that Philosopher's Stone, your infinite destined magic. Infinite destined magic. Destined is the key word here, as far as destiny having to do with the choice that you make in terms of the direction you go in. Shit. Let me look and see, okay? You know what I'm going to use? I'm going to use the vice versa deck, because it creates a different atmosphere as well. A great one at that. Puñeta. That's some powerful energy right there, though. You know, you got this Philosopher's Stone symbol right up in the middle of Flower of Life. Baby. Whew. Let me honor this frequency here. Give me 1 second. Let me look into the chat, see what we got going on. What y'all feeling? What y'all feeling? Talk to me. Let's clear this up too. What y'all feeling, loves? I just went into a whole nother room just now. Yo. Ooh-wee. If you haven't already, just don't DM me. Because if you DM me, you getting blocked on everything. Just don't DM me. If you want to get in contact with me, email me. And it's just for readings. If you want a consultation, you want to talk about something, there's a charge for that. So respectfully. But yeah, so if you haven't already, tune in with me on Instagram. We'll be doing more lives over that way. Okay. That's the building grounds over that way. For real, for real. But yes, vibe with me over on IG where you'll be able to join me. Actually, people can join here as well. I'll let y'all know when that happens over here. I just gotta post the link whenever I decide, want people to join it live. I can share the link with you. You can join me here on YouTube as well. Shout out to YouTube for that too. But yeah, tune in with me on IG. That when I do go live, you can, if you want to ask a question instead of DMing me, look to see when I'm on live on Instagram and ask that question. If you want it to be personal, then book a reading when I am available for personal readings. Other than that, beloved, vibe out with, the messages that you get here. Do the work that you have to do for you. Figure out you until you are prepared in that moment where I'm offering those personal readings to receive that personal reading message for yourself, and we can have that extended dialogue. Other than that, let's get into these messages. What's going on here? Okay, we got the Queen of Swords. 10 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Now, this is a double-edged sword type of 10 of Swords because this could be the person outside of this looking at themselves. As a new moon energy here, eclipse as well. But this could be this person outside of this armor suit looking at themselves. Or they can be looking at themselves while still in it, which means that's a soul transcended or old version of yourself as it relates to betrayal, heavy levels of betrayal with the Queen of Swords. Something here about the activation of someone being able to say no without over explaining themselves with this here Queen of Swords and these crystals that are brightening up here within the waters. Within this, it's something here about evaporation though. So someone here definitely turned their back towards the situation because of this level of knowing when it comes to one's destiny and the magic that they hold within them. And you're recognizing that everything, all of this had to do with the betrayal that you have gone through. It has been a long journey here through the dark night of the soul. It's the Knight of Pentacles on the dark side of this actual card. So this was a very dark night of the soul, very, very dark with the Three of Swords here. Allowing your shadow. There's so much mysticism within one's shadow. Here you got the blue avians. They're saying to go here. That's 7. It went right to the page too. Are you shitting me right now? Okay. It literally went right to the page. The same way this one did. So these messages are ooh. Blue avians are mammalian humanoid ETs with bird essence features. Their origins are unclear. Encounter reports claim they are now from another multiverse, though originated from our local star clusters. Blue avians have some resemblance to the offshoot of Lyran genetic lineage known as bird people. So I'm getting Aquarius energy. Although this bird that's showing up here appears as though it's a smaller bird, but when you see larger birds, that's a representation of Aquarius. The blue avian are 6th and 9th density or dimensional. They're tall with slender body frames. They are covered in soft bluish to indigo feathered down. They have a cool, calm, and diplomatic nature with a profound and intelligent understanding of ontological, philosophical, and metaphysical phenomena. They are well versed on the law of one material, the Egyptian sunbird god Ra. They are remarkable time-traveling explorers with utilizing spherical orb teleportation technology. Blue avian ETs have been referenced in many ancient mythological documentation, including Mayan, Egyptian, Hindu, Babylonian literature, and artifacts. Now, the last of them, the Babylonian, that's the biggest door to confusion to God. This is where you get the confusion energy with religion through the age of Pisces. Pisces, 12th house rules psychiatrist, while Virgo is more so of the practical energy in terms of the physical body. You have the physical body doctors, Virgo, and then you have the mental health doctors, Pisces. So as far as the Babylonian energy, if you really look at, based on what the story is saying, that when Christ was born, based on that date, or from the time he was conceived, if we're talking about an actual person, we're not talking about actual people when you really get into the esoteric values of what's being said in these religious texts. So as far as Christ being born, if we're looking at it from an EXO perception externally, if he was conceived in December, he should have been born during Virgo season. This is where you first start with the confusion of all of these biblical texts. Of the most recent and connection for humanity as far as what is true value, or the way to value oneself, or to live a life of value and honor and respect and spirituality, or religion rather, because spirituality doesn't operate the way religion does. So the blue avian archetype coincides with what history labels angels, and are known as the ancient builder race. Speaking of that 22, that's the master builder number. And also Tauruses are the master builders. So once again, the blue avian archetype coincides with what history labels angels and are known as the ancient builder race and architects of this quadrant of the universe. Of this quadrant of the universe. I love that. The blue avian's mission is largely to protect all of life and assist in the development of human ascension. I love that so much, only because once again, earlier today, I didn't post a live, but I went on a walk and I went live. Something just said, just go live and just walk. So I went live as I was walking. But prior to me going live, I noticed how loud the birds were. They were pretty loud, as though, let's say you're walking in a very productive city and everybody's doing everything. You're hearing multiple conversations. This is the way the birds were coming through. So this Queen of Swords here, let's talk about it. The fact that we already said that this Philosopher's Stone energy is Libra 29 degrees. 29 degrees is speaking of a moment. It's speaking of the angle or the light within you that is ready to fully expand. And look at here. This is a Libra card, Queen of Swords. Crystal clear energy. Something here about a level of protection that one has for themselves through their philosophy, through their mysticism. But you have to be, you're gonna have to let go of certain levels of betrayal that could be blocking you from that essence of what you're prepared to do. 408, that solar eclipse could be of importance too. Look, what's this? 3 of Swords, and look at that, the Ace of Wands. Something here about the burning bush. Can y'all give me a couple seconds here? Probably up to a minute. I'll be right back. Thank you so much for patiently waiting, love. All right, baby. Let me see. What else? What else you got here for them? Let me see. We got a court card that came out first. With these cards, I don't take what flips over in my hand. I take what lands on the table because they are reversible cards, okay? Several of them are coming out. The moon was one of them. Not coming out. Some of them were pumping through. All right, we got here the 3 of Pentacles that came out. This is a minor arcana card, okay? And as it said here, let's go back to it. Let's get it. Let's get into this. Let's get into this for real. Let's get up in this alchemy for real, for real. All right, so the material square, what I'm looking for here, the smallest circle. Are they speaking of this one? Because I see 2. This is one here. The smallest circle, well, it's this one then. Inside the square symbolizes the micro infinite void that links you back into the macro infinite universe. And here we got the 3 of Pentacles here. So this could be a Libra that is connecting you to the macro connection that you have to the universe or your perception of that. And then me saying perception, there's something here about Gemini. Yeah, so that way you can see what's going on in this one. Okay. Definitely something here about a Gemini. Doesn't have to, I'm not gonna even say it's a sun in Gemini, because a sun in Gemini, a true sun in Gemini, is once the person is 40 and up. So this person could have a moon in Gemini, Venus, Mars, that type of vibes, or rising. You know what I'm saying? But we got here this Three of Pentacles with the Queen of Swords. And as it said, the smallest circle, this is a micro energy. The smallest circle has to do with the micro that connects you to the infinite energy of the macro. Ooh-wee. So what I wanna see here, we have Mars in Capricorn, Three of Pentacles. This is coming through quite intense, though. The word is brutal, I'm getting, but it's not something that you cannot handle. Tell me more. Oh, that was the Empress that flipped around. Eight of Cups, nothing that you cannot handle, so much so that you're able to walk away from it. This is something from your childhood. Because this Eight of Cups, it's a child looking at all of these different cups that are standing up, these 8 cups, that the Eight of Cups speaks of. What's the Eight of Cups? Eight of Cups is Pisces energy, but it's also Saturn in Pisces. Speaking of Saturn, that's why I said brutal. So it's not so much brutal, it's quite challenging. You may have had a challenging childhood that taught you, that mistaught you about harmonious relationships. Here with Libra, it might have made you cold, or you were around situations where people were cold in terms of connection. But this was what was necessary for you to actually, you see him with a building block right here, to begin building the true essence, so you can see through the windows of your soul, and ways to really create these pillars of, to really get through the pillars of the High Priestess, which is severity and mercy. Okay, you also see here with this shooting star, there's a wish that you had from your childhood that's coming to fruition at this moment. Number 38, 38 represents wealth. It's also 11. And again, Libra energy, justice. So is this someone's divine justice here? You're going to be paid for what it is that you've experienced. You got the Two of Wands, Mars and Aries. But looking towards this here, let me see. What is this giving me? Looking towards the sunset. Something is beginning to set. So in speaking of Set and Osiris, this could be a sibling or someone that was close to you that you may have considered a sibling that may have portrayed you. You have here the Sun card. With the Sun card coming through there, and you got the rune here, this is what actually assists you to build this receptivity to this internal force of receptivity with the Berkana and the Sun rune that we got here earlier. What else? 382 could be of significance. The Ten of Pentacles here. There's something here about someone's abundance that's been on hold until a decision is actually made in regards to a significant partnership. There we go again with the Gemini energy, with the Lovers showing up. And under that, you have the Hangman. Something was definitely on hold here. Hold on. Seven of Cups, Venus and Scorpio. But this side is more so of someone being able to see the light through these situations. This is actually someone being able to see the levels that they go to when it comes to caring and loving for a person and not settling. You're no longer settling. Because let's say you got a South Node in Libra. You may have had a past life where people just took advantage of you in partnerships, depending on how the way it might have been aspected. But generally speaking, what I'm picking up from this, in the past life, you may have carried in this energy where people may have taken advantage of you, with the Ace of Wands here and the Nine of Wands at the other side. Yeah, Ten of Wands all together. And again with this sun setting energy, but here on this side, the sun is rising. This what came through first. This is what's rising. This one is rising to close out this cycle of repeating a lesson or a cycle over and over and over again. So now that you can fully walk towards, look at that, the Hierophant, to that which, speaking of, to that which, I'm done. Lord. A sorcerer, which is someone who utilizes their sources wisely. An alchemist. A true and beautiful mixture of the Virgo Pisces axis of the doctor and the psychiatrist, the physical health doctor and the mental health doctor. Where now whatever you think of is what your body is responding to. There's something here about some of you that this is not medical advice, but this is the energy that's coming through. Whatever you're experiencing health-wise has to do with your mindset. Wherever your mind is what your body's responding to. That's the way it operates. And as a disclaimer, I'm not your physician. I do read energy though, as a shaman. Natural born shaman. Been doing this time after time after time. I'm a life path 22. But again, this is not health advice, physician advice. I'm repeating that over and over for a reason. If it resonates with you, you'll know the reason. I don't have to over-explain myself. With this Seven of Cups here, you have so many options of getting through this crisis, because that's Venus in Scorpio. Scorpio also connects to crisis energy in order to step into empowerment. Okay. Now, baby, let me see what else is coming. Hold on. Let me see. Yeah, we must have got some energies off of this channel. Okay, these past the past couple lives, cause I know when my energy turns up, I can see I can sense. I just know when something that is not supposed to be here is. And until it leaves, this is why I tell y'all, if you're new to this channel, I channel a lot of different frequencies. This is what I'm here for, and I'm honored to be here and be of service. I've lived many lifetimes of being in service. I have a South Node in Virgo, and I'm a Moon in Virgo. I have plenty of lifetimes, literally completing a specific cycle within my past life before I turned 40 to get certain energies out, before I fully embrace my energy as a sun in Sagittarius. But the main lessons I had to learn is, as a natural born warrior with Mars and Aries, it can get pretty brutal over this way. I really have that I really have that gene code. I don't give a fuck. Disrespect me, I'm not gonna give a fuck. But also, I know this is, information that I have to get to the collective. So I don't want to put you in a space where, you get routed up and you're not in a position to calm yourself back down. See me, I have my moments, yes, but that shit don't last more than 15 minutes. I get that shit out. You feel me? And the way I get it out, because this, I feel as though someone is asking about this too. The way I get it out is that I sit there with the energy. I know energy is constantly moving, but I sit in that vehicle of what that energy is, and I go for a motherfucking ride. While I'm on that ride, I'm analyzing, Moon in Virgo, everything that's going on. I got Saturn and Capricorn in the 6th house. Capricorn 1 degree. So I came here already with the shits on some, I'm doing what the fuck I want to do in the way I want to do it. But is society built that way? No. It's not. It's general energy over here on some lead the pack. Let's go. I'm not expecting anyone to understand me. Listen to what I'm saying now. You ain't come here to be having people to understand you. That understanding of you from other people is what keeps people stuck. Do you understand yourself? Thrive with that, baby. Thrive with that. You hear me? Okay. Sagittarius, tell them. There you go. With the King of Pentacles on the other side of the deck. Wow. Does it have it? Yep, it do. You see that? You see this Temperance card with the symbols of Mercury and sulfur? This is healing of the mind, mind over matter. He just said we just said that in a way of, as one thinketh, so shall it be. That's what that means. It's a whole proverb in the Bible too. The Bible is not a religious book. It's a book of shadows. So for some of you that are just, you know what I'm saying, getting deeper into your witchy side, let me tell you something. And you got people in your family talking about church this and church that. Why you think they crucified your boy Jesus? Because he was doing what you're listening to right now. There's more people out here willing to crucify Jesus than to actually celebrate that frequency. Gotta love life though. You gotta love life, baby. You gotta love life. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. Because if you don't love your own, you won't know which direction you're going in. And if you don't know the direction you're going in, you have just forfeited your destiny. Fate is always going to happen. What's supposed to happen is already happening. Somebody grilling the shit out of some food because it smells amazing. You hear me? But wow. It smells nice. But now listen. It's we have to pause there for a bit because you see them red wings on that Temperance too? Root chakra energy. That's the rise of the Kundalini. When that Kundalini rises from the root, and what is the root chakra depicted as? It's depicted as red because of the passion that's involved in that chakra. But it grows out of your back. Some of you have the ability to see people that do have wings. That's not fake shit or fantasy. No, it's not. Not at all. And those who don't, they move as though they do. And when they meet someone of a very high vibration, it's either are they going to recognize they're in a position to change whatever the fuck they got going on and do better for themselves, or they really gonna test the frequency and get fucked up? Fuck around and find out. Which one? What we doing? Mm? What we doing? For real, for real. What we doing? Huh? Alright, so let's see. The Six of Swords. More cups. This is the Six of Swords, but what I said more cups here has to do with this angel is guiding this here feminine internal force that this is the title that you see, to receive the message from the universe and trust. Now this is what this has to this is where this comes in. Venus and Scorpio energy, Seven of Cups, Scorpio card. Trust. Ace of Wands, once again, it came out because that's what came out around that time too. Trust is the key when it comes to this here Seven of Cups or Scorpio energy. Now, with this Six of Swords coming out here, the Six of Swords is a representation of Mercury, okay, your perception in the sign of Aquarius, of I know. The I know is the shaman essence within you. When you look that up, you'll recognize that that's what that correlates to. So with this Six of Swords coming up after this Temperance, be patient with the next move, but that doesn't mean procrastinate. The way you'll be able to tell the difference is by understanding yourself and not asking other people about what you should do and getting them to understand when they give you an answer that you know within your vessel, within your soul, it has nothing to do with you. But your ego will always test you. That's what the ego is for. You use it. Don't let it use you. Use your ego. Don't let it use you. You hear me? Okay. Remember that Nine of Wands when that male figure was going into the cave was being weighted by the feminine energy or the female, and you're noticing here in this Six of Swords they're coming out of one. It's a bigger picture perspective that we're seeing here. Those are not two separate people. Those are just the two essences or the two serpents, the Kundalini and the Kunda buffer that go along your spine into your mind. This is a mind card. This is a knowing card. Six of Swords is Aquarius. The mantra of Aquarius is I know. Do you know the social groups that you're associated with? There's something here about large corporations too, because Aquarius, 11th house, connects to large corporations. Let's see what else comes through. We went to the Three of Swords. It's a blue rose in the back. There's some form of heartache and pain that's literally holding. That's what's holding some of you back. There's a certain heartbreak that you experience that's holding you back. Whether if it's family, your childhood, a significant partner, a teacher, anything, because each and every one of you are uniquely different. So some people may have experiences where they go through situations with their family that some other people will have, whether, not whether, but at work or with a romantic partner. Let's say if they're an athlete, a coach, or this could be someone that they call the best friend. Everyone's situation is uniquely different. You just have to narrow into that situation where you felt as though This level of betrayal was a 10 of swords vibes, where people was just daggering you in the back, or that person was, well, people with this Aquarius energy as far as a social group, with this 6 of swords, and with the 3, that's a 9 of swords, which is Mars in Gemini. So, oh, someone loves to really get someone through words. This is what I'm saying. On this channel, for some of you, you have some, okay, let me slow down. I know that I connect to the collective that has been verbally abused, which suppresses your spiritual evolution easily. Physical abuse is one thing, but that verbal abuse that becomes emotional, that lasts longer than the physical. Notice that the physical becomes emotional abuse, and this is why it lasts longer. But a person that doesn't touch you but abuses you through words, this is what I'm picking up on here. But let's go back to the premise of this message, the Philosopher's Stone. Don't be sitting there and victimizing yourself. Respectfully, beloved, don't be sitting there victimizing yourself. Because what I came here to do is to remind you, before you came here, you knew exactly all the experiences and different paths. Let's say you taken a different path, or you chose different parents. You were still going to experience something that was going to lead you back home to yourself. I'm just here to remind you of all of those paths that before you came here, you are aware of what it is that you came here to do. And what it would take to even be in that position, or what situations you would encounter to get into that space when you recognize who and all that you are. And not be afraid of it. Or let anybody tell you, oh, that's not who you are. That's none of their business. What they got in their mind and then want to project towards you as your business, when it's their business, let it be their business. Let them allow yourself to let it be there, so that you can project whatever the fuck they threw at you back to them. So much so that in projecting it back, it's not even reaching you. It has to go back because it didn't reach you. You understand? Source coming through with a message tonight. That Philosopher's Stone card. Look at that. That's that 10 of Swords energy right there. Repeat that. It's right there. But it's on the other side. It's not this side where we started at. That's crazy because that's the Knight of Pentacles that was on this side while this was on this side. And the Sun card, while this was on this side, was in a bright position. This has to do with the relationship. It do. Something about your childhood here. Emerald. Let me go into this deck. Let me grab some of these cards. I just grabbed, this is half of the deck. Headache. If you've been having headaches, that's your message. I'm just confirming something you already know. It's changing though, or it's time to change. Speaking of, whatever's going on in your mind is going to occur in your body. What does it say? Poor health, dis-ease, illness. This is the five of Virgo. Let's say if we're looking at this from a degree standpoint, this would be the 8 of Pentacles. Some of you could be a Sun in Virgo. Some of you are truly crafted, natural born witches, healers, temptress. That's the Virgo energy, especially if you're a Moon in Virgo. Because again, the Sun energy is what you evolve into. But if you are a Moon in any sign, that's who you are from the moment you step into this realm. And it becomes even more personal based on that degree or that rising sign that you're connected to at the time that you enter this realm. Play the game of life. Time is a construct. And astrology it can also be that too, but it takes it to a different level because it gives you the time within time. See, people who disagree with astrology, they just want to be surface based time and just go by the clock. When you got your astrological chart, you go within different times because you have to connect to different planets or different objects that move on their own cycle. You see the way the moon changes sign every, not changes sign. Well, it changes a sign every 2.5 days. But it goes it goes through its entire cycle within 28 days, which is a feminine menstrual cycle. But not every object moves that way. Not every object moves that way. Oh, we already got a message that came out. I even peeped that. We got still. Speaking of being still, you got 9 of Taurus. A lot of earth energy here, my love. Okay. Refinement, taste, culture, style, fine-tune, concentrate, develops over time, purify, filter, draw out, infusion, spirits, alcohol, perfume, reduction, cultivation. What number this? 14, temperance energy. And then the crew. Speaking of temperance energy, that crew card is a 3 of Sagittarius. First deacon, Mercury, Sagittarius, 8 of Wands energy. So you could be receiving messages from a particular crew here. It's something here about a declaration. What's the declaration card speaking on? Defiance, proclaiming power, sovereignty, contract, resolve, expressing truth, manifesto. What is that? Anyway, it doesn't matter. Self-rule. Liberty or death, the rules of the game, protesting. Challenging the status quo. Absolutely. Especially if you a Sag. If you got a south node in Sagittarius and you got a north node in Gemini, you could definitely be challenging certain belief systems or philosophies based on what works with you and what doesn't, because you're here to assist with that doorway. Bitch. Fucking nuts, bro. Okay. Anything else? Checkered flag. Conclusion. Outcome. That's it. Verdict. That's it. What's the verdict? This headache card, and it's a 9 and a 5 again. 14 once again. Okay. You know what? What's the headache? 6 of Cups. Okay. Ooh. With the Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck and the Ace of Pentacles. So, this 6 of Cups right here, this is something from your childhood as far as a soulmate. Where it was an energy of someone that wasn't, let's say you were hiding somebody from people when it comes to family because you didn't want them to know that you were in love with a particular energy or whatever the case may be. Because this person here is calling them to come back inside from this moment. So this is you living your life with the love of your life. And then you got here, you had the love of your life from the time you were a child. I'm getting from this energy. You had the love of your life around you since you were a child. But in that case, you would have to fix certain situations that you were experiencing within your childhood that blocks your heart chakra from fully experiencing that without giving a fuck about what anybody think about who it is that you want to be connected to and that you know that your soul is connected to, because that's just the way it's supposed to fucking be. Okay? Ace of Wands. Again, showing up. Ace of Wands for a third presence out here. Third, fourth, whichever. Multiple times though. It was four. Because these sides, I love, this is why I chose this deck for this message right here in particular. Because I was seeing this world card. There's a completion of a cycle because on the other end, it's still repeating it with the Ten of Cups right up under that with that Lotus. Allowing yourself to be reborn here with the Ace of Cups under that. Bombo clat, yes. Turn it over this way because that's the way it is. So, yo, there's a beautiful completion of a cycle and you got this. You got this. I'm going to do my due diligence to relay messages whenever source tells me to. But if you are tuned into this particular message here and right now, especially on the live, and even if you're seeing it afterwards, any of the messages that are going to come through, we're going to break you out of this, whatever this cycle is. I feel as though some of you have already broken out of it physically, but emotionally and mentally, you're still holding on to something. And you have to let that go. If you truly want to experience the freedom of life, where you're not clocking in to do this 9-to-5 matrix world and doing that part of the Sims life and just not, it's just not it. It's not it. Do what you have to do but do what you have to do. But what did you truly come here for? And you know, because this is something that you do naturally, but you feel as though, oh, it's just a hobby. No, it's not just a hobby. Yeah, we hear that shit a lot. Oh, my hobby is, your hobby is your fucking resource. Your hobby is your lifeline. In this age of Aquarius, your hobby is going to be your lifeline, my love. For real. And with that, my loves, I'll leave you with this message and I'll see you on the next live.